Wait lang, ayusin ko lang yung voice ko kasi nag-ano, voice setting. Alright, how about this? Mic test, mic test.
Echo pa rin.
Okay, wala na ba?
There's a bit an echo.
Oh, apologies. Alright, can you hear me now? Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test.
Yes.
Okay na?
Hmm.
Okay, I think we should proceed now. Okay. Session is can you use the Gable ano? Ay nga pala di pwede. Session is called to order. Ayun na. Baka naglalag ako. Again, session is called to order. I now recognize the floor leader. You may proceed, sir.
Good evening, my distinguished colleagues. We will now in the fifth constitutional convention, and we will going to deliberate the articles of the executive department, legislative, and judiciary, as I have remembered or recalled last night a session. Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, floor leader. Hearing that the order of business, but before that, I'd like to recognize again the floor leader for the order of business. You may proceed, sir.
Attendance.
All right. The order of the business. Before mentioning the order of businesses, I would like to open the attendance first before proceeding to the next motion.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, floor leader. Now I direct the Secretary General to proceed with the roll call of the members.
Please bear with me. I have spotted. Let's proceed with the roll call of members. Roll call of members: Corpus Alfredo Soto. Absent. Pericio Mateo Teodorico. Absent. Florales Veluzado B.
Present.
Fortuna Cipriano Rui.
Present.
Mayari Anthony. Absent. Mercado John.
Present.
Navarro Aiden Brent. Present. Novares Aurelio Carter Prado. Present. Quintos Alexandre. Present. Santos Maximus. Present. And Sung Navarro. Present. Mr. President, there are 8 members who had responded to the call and 3 members who did not respond to the call.
Thank you for that, Secretary General. Hearing that majority of our members, hearing that present today in our session, the quorum is officially recognized since we have an efficient and enough quorum, enough member rather, for our quorum. We may proceed with our session and order of business. I now recognize the floor leader for the order of business. You may proceed, sir.
As I have mentioned, Mr. Presiding Officer, my distinguished colleagues, our deliberation of order of business would be the deliberation of on executive department, legislative department, and judiciary. First, we were going to tackle or discuss the executive department article. I so move for the compliance of the motion, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Hearing that there's a motion for to deliberate the Article 4, is that right?
Executive.
Wait. But before that, I'd like to bump our constitution, so you don't have to. Just a moment, please. All right, here we go. Kindly click the constitution to those members who has not yet accessed the file. Hold on, let me just proceed. Mm, Just a moment. Hold on. Um, Secretary General, just a point of clarification.
Hmm?
Oh,
Huh?
I withdraw. I withdraw that. I withdraw the point of clarification. I bumped the wrong GC. Kindly do not click that. I bumped the wrong constitution. Hold on. Our Google form constitution is missing
I have it pinned as far as I've known. Yes, it is pinned in the messages.
pins. Hold on. Let me just check. All right. Thank you so much for that, Secretary General. And we shall proceed with these proceedings and deliberation of this constitution. Now, hold on. Let me just check this. Oops. Section. All right. Article 6. Is that right, floor leader, which is the legislative department?
Yes. But I have mentioned that I believe we're going to proceed uh, as agreement last night that we're going to proceed on executive department, if I'm not mistaken.
Um, we proceeded with the legislative department, which is the Article 6, sir.
All right. With that agreement, all right.
But
I may have poor remembrance of the agreement. Oh yes. Let's proceed to the legislative department article.
hearing that there's a motion for the deliberation for the first reading of the Article 6 of the legislative department, hearing that there's a motion, is there an objection before we proceed? Hearing none, the motion is approved, and we shall now proceed with the deliberation of the first reading of the Article 6 for the Legislative Department. You may proceed, sir. But before that, I direct the Secretary General to read the Legislative Department. You may so move only the half, so he doesn't have to read the whole thing, just the important stuff. You may proceed, sir. You may proceed, madam.
Article 6 on the Legislative Department, I shall proceed. Section 1. The legislative power shall be vested in the Congress of the Philippines, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives, except to the extent reserved by the people by the provision of an initiative or a referendum. Section 2. The Senate shall be composed of at least eight senators. If a number needs adding, number needs adding, that may be defined, then it may be defined by the Commission on Elections and by the President, who shall be elected by the large, who shall be elected by a large and shall be elected by at large by qualified voters of the Philippines as may be provided by law. Eligibility for a second chamber. No person shall be a senator unless he is a citizen of the Philippines, and on the day of the election is a resident of the Philippines for not less than 1 month immediately preceding the day of the election. The term of the second chamber. The term of office of senators shall be 2 months. No senator shall serve more than 3 consecutive terms. Voluntary renunciation of the office for any length of time shall not be considered as an interruption of the continuity of his service for the full term which he has elected. The first chamber selection and the size of the chamber. The House of Representatives shall be composed of at least 12 members, and if said number may need addition, then it may be defined by the Commission on Elections unless otherwise fixed by law, who shall be elected from legislative districts apportioned among the provinces, cities, and the metropolitan Manila area on the basis of a uniform and progressive ratio, and those who, as provided by law, shall be elected to a party list system of registered national, regional, and sectoral parties or of organizations. For less than 1 month immediately preceding the day of the election. Section 7. The term of office of members of the House of Representatives shall be 4 months. No member of the House of Representatives shall serve for more than 5 consecutive terms. Voluntarily renunciation of the office for any length of time shall not be considered as an active interruption and an interruption of the continuity of his service for the full term he was elected. Section 8. Otherwise, unless otherwise provided by law, the regular election of senators and members of the House of Representatives shall be held on a Saturday. Section 9. In cases of vacancy in the Senate or the House of Representatives, a special election may be called to fill such vacancy in a manner prescribed by law. But the senator or member of the House of Representatives thus elected shall only serve for the term of the expired term. Members. No senator or member of the House of Representatives may hold any other office or employment in the government or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including government-owned and controlled corporations or their subsidiaries during his term without forfeiting his seat. The immunity of members, Section 10. A senator, or a member of the House of Representatives shall, in offenses punishable by not more than 30 days of imprisonment, be privileged from arrest while the Congress is in session. No member shall be questioned nor be held liable in any other place for any speech or debate in the Congress or in any committee thereof. Excuse me. Section 11. The Congress shall convene at least once every week on a Saturday or Sunday for its regular session, unless a different date is fixed by law. It shall continue to be in session for such numbers of days as may be determined until 7 days before the opening of its regular session. The President may call a special session at any time. Number 2, subparagraph 2, the Senate shall elect its President and the House of Representatives its Speaker by a majority vote of all of its respective members. Each house shall choose other officers as it may deem necessary. Majority of each house shall constitute a quorum to do business, but a smaller number may adjourn for the day-to-day and may compel the attendance of absent members in such manner, and under such penalties as house may provide. Each house may determine its rules of proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with concurrence of 2/3 of all of its members suspend or expel a member. A penalty of suspension when imposed shall not exceed 5 days. Neither House during the sessions of Congress shall, without consent of the other, adjourn for more than 5 days, nor to any place other than that which the two houses shall be sitting. The Senate and the House of Representatives shall have a joint electoral tribunal, which shall be a sole judge of all contests relating to elections, returns, and qualifications of their respective members. The electoral tribunal shall be composed of 7 members, one of whom shall be a justice of the Supreme Court and be designated as the Chief Justice. 3 shall be members of the Senate, which remaining 3 shall be members of the House of Representatives, who shall be chosen as and the basis of proportional representation from the political parties and the parties organizations under the party list system. Representative of the Justice and the Electoral Tribunal shall be its chairman. There shall be a commission of appointments consisting of the President of the Senate as ex officio chairman, 4 senators, and 4 members of the House of Representatives, elected by each House based on the basis of proportional representation from political parties and parties organizations registered under the party list system represented therein, and number 2 of Section 14. The chairman of the commission shall not vote except in cases of a tie. The commission shall act on all appointments submitted to it within 30 days of the session of Congress on their submission. The commission shall rule by a majority vote of all members. Convention of Commissions on Section 15. The Electoral Tribunal and the commission appointments shall be constituted within 7 days after a Senate and the House of Representatives has been organized with the election of the President and Speaker. The Commission on Appointments shall meet only while Congress is in session and the call of its chairman and majority of members to discharge its functions as hereby conferred upon.
I believe I have to cut the Secretary General to the readings to ensure that we can accommodate much of the time remaining, given the to the circumstances of our following members. Secretary General, thank you for reading it, and we shall proceed with another motion to discuss and deliberate this particular sections of under this Article 6 of the Legislative Department. So I so move the floor leader is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
With the consideration for the time management and of course the essence of time, uh, we shall move for the next motion, which is to deliberate
Section 1.
section 1.
Per-
All right.
the
Article
chair
art,
would like to make a ruling to deliberate each section so we can have a precise readings in each section. Then we will make if anyone does have any further amendments, we will pass this on the second reading as well. Is there an objection to the rulings of the chair? Hearing no objections, therefore it shall be passed, and we shall proceed with with our reading. Floor leader, you are recognized.
With that, Mr. Presiding Officer, I may refer this to the Committee on the Executive, I mean Legislative.
Sorry.
May we refer this to the Committee on Legislative if there are members who are currently present holding the
Um,
chairmanship and deliberate these sections, which who, the Secretary General read some of the few subsections in the articles.
oh, okay. So Apparently, I'm the proponent of this commission of legislative department. So, um, the chair would like to suspend the session to enable the changing of the chair. Um, Session is suspended for 1 minute. Ano, you preside muna. Kasi ako proponent na ito eh.
Sino?
Ako.
Ah,
Proceed.
session is resumed.
Mr. Presiding Officer,
Yes, floor leader.
with the changing of the leader seats, I may now recognize the proponent or the chairman of the legislative committee for the deliberation of this
The
first
chairman for
readings.
the legislative committee is hereby recognized. Please proceed to a podium. Necessary.
I believe I'm in the part of the Secretary General seat. You may just point out the timer on there. Okay, Mr. Presiding Officer, since I'm the chairman and proponent of this specific committee, which is the Article 6 in Legislative Department, I'd like to make some few manifestation and amendments to this particular section. But firstly, I'd like to make a manifestation or rather a motion whether if there's any further objections to the section 1, which is the structure of legislature. Does my fellow members or my fellow colleagues have anything to say regards of the section 1?
I have no comment.
I believe the floor leader shall move to move to close the discussion for the section 1 and proceed to another section to the presiding officer, so it would be a proper floor leader. Since
All right. With the consideration of the section one, I would like to formally conclude the discussion and proceed to the next subsection.
and okay, presiding officer, I move the motion to, since hearing that there's no further motions from the other part of this other from my colleagues, I'd like to close the motion or like to close the discussion for the section 1 for the article 6, or which is the legislative department. So I so move, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to conclude the deliberations for Article 6, Section 1 on the constitutional draft. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. A motion is approved. Please, Gavin.
Um yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Period of
Chair, Mr. Presiding Officer, I wish to be recognized
You're
as the
recognized.
proponent of this. Mr. Presiding Officer, I have some few amendments on this. Before I put it this particular section, it was not detailed on what particular number the minimum or maximum requirements or the maximum capacity of the Senate or the House. Did you change this section?
Who are you referring to?
Just you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Speak. Yeah, Mr. Presiding Officer. Miss Presiding.
I did not change any in the uh composition of
Section.
the articles mentioned, but there were actually notes or suggestions there, but they were
But
just
since, let me just read it.
suggestions.
The Senate shall be composed of at least 8 members of senators. If the number needs adding, then it may be defined by the Commission on Election and the President, who shall be elected at large by the qualified voters of the Philippines as might provide by law. I kung I oppose this particular section and I wish to amend it and make and revise the wordings that the president shall not have any powers to be part of this decision.
There's a motion to amend, please. Is there any objection? The chair has
None.
no objection. Motion is approved.
Madam Presiding Officer, I would like to strike off the name of the president inside of this section. It's such a disrespect to our distinction of power of government, and it shall be distinct to our government. So I so move, Madam Speaker.
Is this to be deleted or
But
is
before
this
that,
to be
Madam
highlighted red?
Speaker, does my colleagues have anything else to say?
Just before that, there's just a quick point of manifestation with regards to the document
Yeah,
editing. Shall this be removed or just shall be marked as red?
it shall be removed and strike out of this particular section.
Duly noted.
And I'd like to have some few discussion with my fellow colleagues who are present today in the floor. Mr. Relos, do you have anything to say? And I think that you have something to say with that.
Which section again is the part of the amount of legislators?
As if you are in the same page as me, which is the page 8, under the Article 6 of Legislative Department, there is in the Section 2, it states that the Senate shall be composed of at least 8 numbers of senators, which I oppose to. However, this is the minimum for a small community. So I think it would be proper if that we let the Commission on Election to decide whether to add it or not, or to increase its capacity to handle or capacity to have further maximize members in the House, in the Senate rather.
All right. May I be recognized for the discussion?
You're recognized.
Thank you. All right. In regards of the manifestation of the proponent of or the chairman of the legislative committee, with the section 2 on the department article pertaining to the list amount of member in the Senate, which is highlighting the sentence shall be composed of at least 8 members. So this, I believe that this kind of structure or in a form of
Yes, Lord Leader, what is it?
in this structure or in the form of amounting the members, it shouldn't be at least the word at least. Uh, It should be defined as I am pointing out. Yes, just like what I am stating. regarding to the immigration article or the citizenship. Now, with this, since you mentioned that it has to be uh, any amount that will fit in a low membership community or in a community that has a few or lack membership, since the amount said is subsection into 8 members in the Senate, let me suggest that this should be uh, that
Yes.
this too small for a uh, community. I may suggest for 12 senators amount of senators because we are
Um.
subjecting to this uh, amount legislator in the Senate institution. If I may just it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But before that, I'd like to ask or to make some manifestation to the presiding officer to to implement a timer. So a few members have the power to respond accordingly and without taking much of the accommodated. That will be all of my suggestion or manifestation. You may proceed, Mr. Flordido.
You may proceed with 60 second, sorry, excuse me, 120 seconds for input.
Naging 1 minute yun.
All right, with that, I'm going to summarize it again. With the point of the manifestation regarding, or by the term of the legislative article, highlighting the word under the subsection 2 under the legislative article, at least amount of 8 members in the Senate. May I suggest that if we can provide 12 senators amount at least for the low membership community or a lacking membership community, is that even appropriate for the uh, a transition for this amount? That would be
If
all.
I may reply now, Mr. Madam Presiding Officer, Madam Presiding Officer, if I may proceed now. You're muted.
You may proceed.
Okay. To respond to the honorable colleague, that's why it's referred as at least, and we shall keep it as 8 since as given to the circumstances of our community that we still have a small amount of manpower. I believe that the commission election has the power to dictate whether to increase it or not, and most of the election or appointments, rather, uh, election of most of the members of this legislative is controlled by the commission on election, since they do implement for the election for the congress. And it would be much better if the commission on election shall have the power to increase it by a resolution of the House of Representatives or any houses thereof. So it much be better if we just keep it into 8 so we can remain the same thing. Regardless of what the circumstances is, it can be increased to whether what you like to do. But keeping it to 12 is such a not a realistic way of perceiving this as a reliable or efficient for a community as given to the circumstances of our community. It's not reliable. Okay, so it's much better if we just keep the threshold into 8, so that senators can adjust accordingly, and if they wish to increase their capacity, then they shall make a motion to the commission on election or a resolution, depending on the law that will be passed, of course. But this responsibility would rely or would be under the power of the commission on election. So, in case of they'd like to increase it, then the commission on election may decide to have an election and increase the threshold for the members of the senators or the Senate rather. That will be for all, Mr. Presiding Officer. That would be all for me.
All right, for my last reply for the message, if I may.
The presiding officer. Presiding officer, you're muted again.
Presiding again. In my response to your message or statement, uh, Chairman, with that, it is reasonable because if we're talking about manpower, it needed to be more uh, sensible enough to manage how many members can participate on the congressional uh, employment or leadership. Now, in regards to the amount of members, or let's just say in the sense that we're going to keep the amount, uh, the eight amount of the senators in the subsection two. With that, the Commission on Elections, yes, it is responsible for the uh, managing or increasing the members for each legislative institution, the House of Representatives or the Senate. Now, providing that the amount of members shall be reasonable when we have enough members to participate in any congressional institutions. Now, if we're going to keep the sense that I mean, we're going to preserve the amount said in the subsection 2 under the Article 6 of the Legislative Department, then it shall be so, Mr. Chairman. That will be all.
I second that motion. The presiding officer is muted. Presiding officer, you're muted.
I acknowledge the muting. Uh, with regards to the recognition of members, the timer is automatically their recognition.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Madam President. But before that, to ensure the impartiality and fairness of this committee under my proponency, um, I wish to I wish to make my fellow colleague to be recognized, which is Honorable Quintos, Mr. Presiding Officer.
The Honorable Quintos is
Ay, ang galing
recognized.
nandiyan ako.
Ganun ang magic.
Ang galing. Well, anyways, it's actually
You have
me, the
120,
culprit.
100, you have 180 seconds.
Yes, it's actually me who's the culprit of adding the phrases of at least 8 and at least 12. For what the follow for what reasons? One, the earlier draft said that the Commission on Elections shall determine the number of senators and the number of representatives. I find that not really good because we don't have a threshold on what must be the minimum amount of senators or officers we must have in our legislative uh legislative bodies. So I find it good. I find it well that if we only have a threshold of a minimum of 8, and then the Commission on Elections later on may define if they would add a number. Why? Because it is the Commission on Elections who holds the role of voters, and what does that do in effect? In that sense, when the Commission on Elections sees that there was a rise in voters, then there needs more representation. So it must be at least. There must be the word at least, because if we remove that word, we are limiting it to the said number. Because the current, I see the current, what they call this, the current suggestion is that we remove the word at least, and then the next phrase is the number needs adding that it may be defined by the Commission on Elections. And it creates a vacuum whether the Commission on Elections can either go and decrease the number or increase the number. No? It creates a vacuum on if the number would be decreased.
If I may proceed now to reply, presiding officer. Oh my lord. Um, can you use the mic? All right. Anyways, do I have to proceed now, Mr. Presiding
Duly
Officer? Because I have.
recognized.
All right. Thank you so much for that confirmation. In regards for the statement of my honorable colleague for the at least, well, I was proposing to keep and remain the at least word and as well as the eight threshold. And later on, the Commission on Election may proceed to increase the threshold for the senators' capacity. Uh, and my honorable friend, which is Puro, proposed for these amendments, which is he later on withdrawed, I believe. Then, by keeping this threshold, we can ensure that we can maintain the effectiveness and sustainability of this amount. So that will be all for me. I have no on any objections to my fellow colleagues' statement and preferable rather proposal for these amendments, and we shall keep the at least eight members of numbers of the Senate, number of senators.
That is the
So,
case. I don't think my statement was directed onto the proponent, but rather to the proponent of the amendment that we remove said words. And I believe that is the presiding officer.
oh,
Yeah, I was just noting of
um,
the. I was just noting of the name suggestions, but on the regards of the House of Representatives, that's fine. But with regards to the Senate, it is
Mr.
well on the previous motion of Puro.
Mr. Presiding Officer, since we have had enough quorum, I believe that since both parties have agreed to not terminate these clauses or specific sentences in our uh, amendments, therefore we shall keep and maintain the words that have been before we proceeded with the deliberation. That will be my motion, and if there anyone's to wish, I'd like to recognize them and take the floor if they may proceed with their reasoning. That will be all from me, presiding officer.
All right. All right.
Oh, but before that, you should recognize if anyone have any objection.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
And
Relieved na ako
further,
ba?
Mr. Chair, or rather, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the I move a motion. I make a motion to proceed with the Section 3 under the Article 6 of Legislative Department to proceed with its deliberation.
Is there any objection? Chaos. Putang ina. The
All
chair
right.
hears none. The motion is approved. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. You have not closed deliberations for the previous motion.
Oh, the floor leader may proceed.
With that, if there are no further deliberation, I would like to formally conclude the progress of the recent motion and proceed to the next motion, which is the deliberation of Section 3 under the legislative article.
I second that motion.
There's no objection. Motion's approved.
Madam President, yeah, Madam Presiding Officer, I move to proceed with the motion to discuss the deliberation of the Section 3 of the Article 6 of Legislative Department. So I so move,
Is
Miss
there
Madam
any
Speaker.
objection to discuss open a period of discussion and deliberation for Article 6, Section 3 of the Constitutional Draft? Is there any objection for that motion?
Mhm.
The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The period for deliberations is open.
All right, let me just read it. The passage of this Section 3. No person shall be a senator unless he is a citizen of of the Philippines,
Sure,
and
nakatingin
on the
kayo.
day of the election is a resident of the Philippines for not less than 1 month immediately preceding the day of election. Does my fellow colleagues have anything to say? Because I have none. Since hearing that there's no motion from my other colleagues, I move to close the discussion for this section 3 and proceed to section 4.
Is there any objection to the motion to close deliberations for the said section?
None. We should move.
The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Madam Presiding Officer, I move to make a motion to proceed with the proceedings. Proceed for the deliberation of the section 4.
There's a motion to proceed with the deliberations of Article 6, Section 4 of the Constitutional Draft. Is there any objection to the motion? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The period for deliberations for Article 6, Section 4 is hereby open.
Madam Speaker, Madam Presiding Officer, I move to Oh, but before that, I'd like to read it. The term of office of senator shall be 2 months. Oh my lord. No senator shall serve for more than 3 consecutive terms. Voluntary renunciation of the office for any length of time shall not be considered as an interruption in the continuity of the service for the full term of which he was elected. I wish to amend the subsection number 1, which is the term of office of the senator shall be 2 months. I move that it should be 3.
There's a motion to amend the Article
Second?
4, subsection 1, paragraph 1, which is to revise the wording shall be from 2 to 3 months. Is there any objection to
Just
the
3
motion?
months.
Three
Just
months,
3
yes.
months.
Is there any objection to the motion to
No. Ah,
Done.
none? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Article 4, rather, Section 4 of Article 6 is hereby now revised from 2 to 3 months.
thank you, Madam Speaker, Madam Presiding Officer. And we shall proceed to the second paragraph. No senator shall serve for more than 3 consecutive terms. Voluntary renunciation of the office of the length of time shall not be considered as an interruption in the continuity of his service for the full term for which he was elected. Madam Speaker, I move that we keep the 3 consecutive terms as an explanation for this. Each 3 months, there shall be a 3 times 3, which mean a 369, which is 9 months overall.
All right.
Does my fellow colleagues have any objection to the 9 consecutive terms? 9 months. Fellow colleagues for
There's
Furo, do you
no
have anything to
objection.
say?
There are no objection or
Yeah,
insights. Floor leaders recognized.
I have no comment regarding to the amendments for the consecutive terms. I will be in favor to the changings of the consecutive term.
I second the motion.
Motion's approved.
With that,
There's a motion to uh proceed with the said paragraph of section 4. Motion's approved.
Madam President, I move to proceed with the deliberation of Section 5.
Section 5. There's a motion to proceed with the deliberation of section 5. There's no objection. Motion's approved. You may proceed with the deliberations of article or of section 5. Does anyone seeks to be
All
recognized?
right. All right. Okay, so let's proceed. All right. Hearing that there's some much inconvenience noise, I'd like to proceed now. Section 5, first paragraph, the House of Representatives shall be composed of at least 12 numbers of members, and if said number may need an addition, then it might be defined by the Commission on Election unless otherwise fixed by law, who shall be elected from a legislative district apportioned among the provinces, cities, and metropolitan Manila area and other. I have some amendments to this, Madam Speaker. While I agree with the 12 threshold of the members of the House of Representatives, it's much better if we put a limit to the Senate to not increase or but before that, I'd like to move again to the section 2.
Section 2 of Article 6.
Yes, yes, and revise again. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about this, but I have
Please
to
suspend the
propose.
please
Ah,
suspend the deliberations for the current one.
I move to suspend the deliberation for the amendments for the section 5 of the first paragraph and proceed to the to the current deliberation, which is the section 2,
Is
to
there any
amend it.
objection? The
Mad-
chair hears none. The motion is
uh,
approved.
Madam Speaker, I wish to make some few amendments that we should require that we must specify that the Senate cannot increase their threshold for 5 members unless the House of Representatives has that enough members.
There's a motion for that amendments. Is there any objection to any parties at hand?
I believe my fellow colleagues Puro would like to speak.
No,
The
I have no comment.
Okay. All right. Since yes, Madam President, we may proceed with the amendments since there hearing no objections. We should
There's no
at least
objection to the amendment. Please proceed with editing it on the document. The motion's approved.
Madam President, I believe you can edit it by I was simply going to use an oral way so you can put it inside of the document. Oh my lord. Madam President,
What?
I hope you're not
There's
distracted again. Oh,
yes.
Puro has something else to say.
No.
All right. I move that we should require. But before that, I would like to make some few manifestation and ask our colleagues. It would be much better if we just specify it through the law, or we should specify it through this constitution. That we should require the COMELEC to at least have 5 members of the House of Representatives before they can increase the number threshold of the senators. Rather, yes, senators. I believe you have something to say, Mr. Presiding Officer. You're free from manifestation.
What?
I believe that you have something else to say on regards of this manifestation and amendments.
I have nothing to say. I believe
Are
you're
you
mistaken.
sure? Are you sure that you don't have any some clarification? But because yesterday you were so energized to making a lot of amendments, but now apparently let's not talk about it. Since hearing no objections, I
That is
think
in the
it's much
discretion of
better.
the chair to express her the discretion of the presiding officer to express her intentions thereof. That's let's not delve into the personal intentions of the
Right, all right.
presiding officer.
Apologies for that. I wish that to be strike out of the record.
There's a motion. The said passages shall be striked off the record.
All right, Madam President, I believe that we should specify it instead to the law instead of rather to make sure that it's concise and emphasize enough. I wish to put a subsection paragraph.
There's a motion to. Is there any
Yes,
objection?
there's no objection, Madam President. Please proceed to put a
There,
subsection on it.
there's a shall proceed.
Oh my lord, what's going on?
Please proceed with the said motion.
Yes, I was asking the editor of the Constitution because I cannot. Oh my lord. I
I
wish
would
to
like to have some
suspend the session.
session suspended for 2 minutes.
Madam President, I wish to close the discussion for the section 2 and shall now proceed to the current section, which
There's
is
a
the
motion.
section number 4.
There's a motion to suspend deliberations for section 2 and shall proceed with the new section. There's no objection. Motion's approved. Shall proceed.
Madam President, I move to close the discussion for the section number 4.
There's a move to close this consideration for section number 4. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion's approved.
Madam President, I move to the discussion of section 5.
The section 5 is there's a motion to move on the opening for consideration for section 5. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion's approved.
Madam President, I move to close the discussion for the section number 5.
There's a move to close the consideration for section number 5. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion for the for the section number 6.
There's a motion to move consideration for article number 6, section 6. There's your objection. The chair is none. Motion's approved.
Madam President, I move to close the discussion for the section number 6.
There's a motion to move to suspend or close the period of consideration for article number 6, section 6. No objection. Chair, the motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion for the section number 7.
There's a motion to open number 7, article 6, section number 7. Your objection. The chair hears no objection. Motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to change the number 4 into 3.
There's a motion to change.
Rather, keep na lang. Keep na lang.
All right. The motion has been withdrawn.
Madam Speaker, I move to close the discussion for the section number 6.
There's a motion to already close what was closed, which is section number 6. Number 6. The motion's approved.
I believe the section 7 I was discussing. Lol.
Yeah, the section
Um,
7 has been closed.
Section number. I move to open the discussion for the section 8. Section number 8.
There's a motion. The chair hears no objection. Motion's approved.
I close the discussion for for the section number
There-
6. Number.
There's a motion to close. Hearing no objection. Motion's approved.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion for the section number 9.
There's a motion. No objection. Motion's approved.
Move to close the discussion for for the section
There's a motion to close the consideration for section number 10. Motion is
Oh,
approved.
why is it doubled?
Oh, sorry.
no.
Excuse me. 11.
Wait, ba't dalawa? Redundant. I believe we can fix that later on. Madam President, I move to close the wait. Those senators shall.
Please check
I
the
move
please check the please check the GC.
D.
May I recognize.
The floor leader is
Um,
recognized.
Since we have inconsistent members and the lack of motivation to continue or resume our session, I would move to
Wait. Object.
What was
Point
the
of
objection?
clarification. Point of clarification. Do you mean 11:20 p.m.? 11:22 p.m.
No, the manifestation of this part is to suspend all sections from 11 to 22 and not one by one. That's just a friendly suggestion.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Madam President, I move to close the discussion in all to section 11 to section 22.
There's a motion to suspend deliberations for sections 11 to 22. There's no hearing, no,
Or
this chair hearing no objection. The
objection. Oh,
motion,
again. I wish to move it to the third reading since most of it
there's a
are sophisticated
motion,
enough.
the motion is to move it to the third reading instead. Hearing no objection to move those said articles to section 3, to for third reading rather, the motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to for a viva voce to grant this as officially approved to the records.
There's a motion to approve this by a viva voce vote. The all those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The chair declares the motion passed.
Thank you so much. Madam President, I move for the deliberation of the Article 7, which is the Executive Department. I so move. But yeah,
There's a motion to proceed with the deliberations of Article 7, the Executive Department. There being no objection, motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion for the Section 1 to under the Article 7 Executive Department, Section
All
1
articles to be
to
moved to consideration, just like in previous
the
sessions. Right.
term of office. All right. I move to close the discussion for the Section 1 to 3. Madam President.
There's a motion to suspend deliberations for Article 7. The
For the
motion,
clarification,
uh,
I meant move them all to the third readings.
there's a motion to move Article 7 to be considered to third reading, there being no objection to that. The motion is approved.
Thank you. Oh, we should officially finalize it, Madam President. I'd like to officially acclaim it inside of our records to be officially instituted there by a viva voce.
To the Viva Voce vote. Alright, so there be by having a motion to move Article 7 to the consideration of third reading, there being no uh wait, those are in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it.
Madam President, I move to suspend the discussion of the Article 8, which is the Judicial Department, and shall
Shall proceed
accommodate
with
them
the
of other.
open the consideration of the article first, then close it or move it.
Madam President, I move for the motion to consider the Article 7 of the Judicial Department.
Article 8. There's a motion to
Oh,
open the consideration for Article 8. There being no objection, motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to suspend the consideration for the
Or
Article
you
7, the
rather
whole
move it,
section of
move it,
Article
you
8.
rather move it to third reading.
Why?
Oh, you do not
Oh,
intend to move it to third reading. Okay. There's
because
a motion.
your very beloved Sawa will be mad if I just move it to third reading without his approval.
All right. Because I have to consent with my beloved husband, esteemed delegate Mr. Aiden Brent Navarro. There's just a suspension of the deliberations. Motion deliberation
Thank you.
suspended.
And Madam President, I moved for the consideration of Article 9 of the Constitutional Commissions. I so move, Madam President.
There's a motion to consider Article 9. The chair hears no objection. The motion is approved.
And Madam President, I open the discussion for the Section 1. Oh, rather,
Article.
suspend the consideration because the proponent of this bill is apparently sleepyhead, and we shall
Absent.
proceed this to absent, and we shall proceed to put it to the agenda tomorrow for
There's
its
a motion
consideration.
for the consideration of article
9.
number 9. It has been there's hearing no objection. The motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion to the Article 10, which is the local government.
There's a motion to move for the consideration of Article 10. Hearing no objection, the chair is no objection. The motion is approved.
Madam President, wait, the congressional item. Madam President, I have no objection to the Article 10 of local government. Therefore, I move for its third deliberation. But
There,
however, if the colleagues of mine has anything to object, they may proceed.
there's a motion to move Article 10 to the third reading. Is there any objection? The chair hears no objection. The chair hears no objection to that. We shall proceed to a viva voce vote. Those who are in favor of the motion say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed
Abstain.
say abstain. Those opposed say nay. The ayes have it.
Madam President, I move to open the discussion for the Article 11, which is the accountability of public officers. I so move.
There's a motion to open consideration for Article 11, the accountability of public officers. No objection. Motion's approved.
And Madam President, since this article is very crucial and it requires a comprehensive debate and discussion within fellow colleagues, and since hearing that there's an absent to our quorum, I move for the to suspend the consideration of this Article 11, which is the accountability of public officers.
There's a motion to suspend the deliberation for Article 11. The motion, hearing no objection, the motion is approved.
Madam President, I move to I move I move to suspend the session until
To
the
adjourn this.
agreed time tomorrow.
All right. There's a motion to adjourn the session until an agreed time of all members, probably 8 p.m. Is there any objection?
Please
Session
proceed
is
with the adjournment.
suspended. Session is suspended until 8 p.m. tomorrow.